Hello, my name is Patrick Pivoto, and I'm running for the office of President of the Colorado Medical Society, the term of which will begin in September of 2020. I appreciate you providing me with a few moments to introduce myself and to hear what my vision for CMS will be, should I be elected. I'm the son of a physician, and I've spent most of my life and career in Texas, practicing OB-GYN in Austin after training in Galveston at the University of Texas Medical Branch. I took advantage of the opportunity to begin practice on the Western Slope in 2012. I've been involved in organized medicine most of my career at the county medical society level, as well as at the state level with the TMA and the Colorado Medical Society. I'm currently serving my third year on the CMS Board of Directors, representing District 12, as well as being your current treasurer. I don't want to take a lot of your time, but I do want to communicate with you about why I'm running for CMS president. One of the highlights of the Colorado Medical Society's strategic plan is to enhance physician professional satisfaction, or as some have put it, to restore the joy of medicine. This goal is equally balanced by the continued role CMS provides with advocacy, as well as improved communication and innovation. CMS would like to build on the great advances made with our virtual House of Delegates, known as Central Line, and I certainly want to support and continue those processes. However, how does any person or organization begin restoring joy in anything or anyone? How can CMS even begin to enhance physician satisfaction in any shape or form? There are many who now describe the problem of physician burnout that seems to be becoming more and more prevalent. I'm reminded of a time in 1990, in that decade, when the disability plan of the Texas Medical Association Insurance Trust almost went under due to an alarming number of physicians who were leaving practice and taking advantage of their policies. I agree with Drs. Talbot and Dean in the July 2018 edition of STAT, as well as with ZDogg MD, who put this issue in terms much more eloquently delivered on his YouTube video, saying that physicians are not burned out, something akin to victim shaming, but are rather suffering from moral injury. A good example are men and women who go to war in various branches of the service. You could safely assume that most of these people have care and compassion for their fellow man, but many are put in a position to take human lives for the protection of their country, a moral dilemma that leads some to have post-traumatic stress disorder. Though doctors are not in the position of taking lives, we are put into a similar dilemma. On the one hand, trying to provide the best possible care to our patients, regardless of their condition, their orientation, or their ability to pay. And on the other hand, fulfilling the demands of the insurance companies, our respective hospitals, and in some situations, our employers. You know, doctors have an almost evangelical zeal to care for patients. Why else would we have sacrificed most of our 20s, time away from our families, our financial stability, and most of all, especially OB-GYN, sleep? Doctors are now inundated with the use of EMRs, nothing more than glorified cash registers for insurance companies and hospitals, with its interference in the physician-patient interface. There's the omnipresent need to be defensive and to avoid litigation, as well as the ever-increasing loss of autonomy. In the book by Dr. Viktor Frankl entitled Man's Search for Meaning, the author states, "Forces beyond your control can take away everything you possess, except for one thing, your freedom to choose how you will respond to the situation. You cannot control what happens to you in life, but you can always control what you will feel and do about what happens to you." Dr. Frankl believed that once any person lost their hope, like many who surrounded him in the concentration camps of Dachau and Auschwitz, they often didn't survive, as opposed to those who were able to hold on to their hope. Simon Sinek, in his book Starting with Why, shows a diagram of what he calls the golden circle. I can't show you the diagram right now, but picture a dartboard with why in the bullseye, the next circle being how, and the outer rim being what. Many of us as physicians can describe what we do and how we do it, but how many of us can answer why we do what we do? Someone once said, using the burnout phrase, unfortunately, we don't get burned out because of what we do. We get burned out because we forget why we do it. Should I be honored with serving you and the great physicians of Colorado as your next president of CMS, I want to emphasize more than anything else the enhancement of physician satisfaction. I believe accomplishing this goal will only be possible by empowering physicians to do three things. Number one, become firmly rooted in your why. Number two, encourage physicians to have healthy selfishness. For example, put on your own mask during a flight where there's a sudden loss of cabin pressure before you assist someone else with their mask. And last but not least, dream big. We all need to lose our focus on what's happened in the past, how things might be going all wrong in some degree right now, and begin to ask how we can make practicing medicine better for ourselves and for the patients we are so blessed and fortunate to serve. Thank you so much for your time and attention. I would greatly appreciate your support and your vote this August.